Battle Through the Heavens God, the Flame Emperor Chapter 181, The Rich Reward for the Champion of the Trials, Do Dipil. This trial is based on a points system. I believe that each of you has received his own token. There is a number on the token, which represents your initial data. In this trial, the winner of the final score is the winner. The old man spoke slowly. The old man's voice just fell, and everyone on the square also took out the tokens they received. Taking a closer look, each token has different levels of silver lines. A silver line represents a newcomer with first-class talent. At the same time, there is also a small number on the token, 10. It means that they have 10 points to be evaluated as a first-class talent rookie at the beginning. The token of the second-class talent rookie has 2 silver stripes, and the number of points on the token is 20. There are 3 silver lines on the token of the third-class talent newcomer, and the number of points on the token is 40. There are 4 silver stripes on the token of the fourth-class talented newcomer, and the number of points on the token is 80. There are 5 silver lines on the token of the fifth-class talent newcomer, and the number of points on the token is 160. Xiaoyan also looked at the bronze token in his hand, and found that the number on it was as high as 200. This. Yuru, Xiaoyan, and Mu Feng also looked at each other. Obviously their numbers were wrong. Aren't yours wrong? Mu Feng said. Hush hush hush. Xiaoyan also made a comparison, obviously signaling them not to make a sound. The extra value must be because of their top 3, so it was also to avoid suspicion. The location of this trial is the Infernal Corpse Forest. The Infernal Corpse Forest has 3 floors. The first floor is mostly simple monsters and monsters. The second floor still has some powerful existences, but as for the third floor, you'd better don't go to the third floor. The things there are a little scary. The old man also said. Infernal Corpse Forest. It is said that this Yin Corpse Forest is the place where Suan 3 days and the Ghost World were left over from the war. The whole place is full of overcast winds, and there are endless ghosts and monsters, so it got this name. Mu Feng said. Oh. Xiaoyan replied softly, the place left after the battle between Ghost Realm and Suan 3 days should have some precious things. There are countless powerful magical beasts hidden in the Yin Corpse Forest. It is one of the places where the 9 great monsters and monsters gathered in our Suan 3 days, ranking 8. Inside the Corpse Forest is very mysterious. In addition to demons and ghosts, there are also countless mysteries and opportunities. This time you go, everyone must be separated, and 3 people will form a team for a month-long trial. I hope that after this selection, you have all made some progress, and you can join the many sects in Suan 3 days to learn more advanced Do skills. At the same time, this selection is also dangerous, so you must be careful. I wish you a victory and return. The old man also spoke slowly. This trial, this number of points can be obtained by defeating monsters and collecting medicinal materials in the experience. There is another way to get points. That's you fighting each other? But if you don't have enough strength, this is a very stupid act. The old man also said. When the people on the square heard the words, they were eager to try it out. If they could directly snatch it, it would be the fastest shortcut to improve their strength and points. If your life is in danger, crush the token and you can send it back, but once the token is crushed, it means that you lose your qualifications for selection. The old man also said. The people on the square also know the seriousness of this matter, so no matter who it is, unless death comes, they will not crush the token. This is their last proof to join the super sect. In this selection, everyone from all the bases will participate together. So apart from you, this is a battle between tens of thousands of people, and tens of thousands of people. Only the top 100 people in the final score are eligible to join the 9 super sects. Other than that, the others only need to there are conspicuous opportunities or outstanding places. And some of the elders of the sect took a fancy to them and entered the section. And the top 10 rewards this time, in addition to being able to freely choose to join any sect within the Suan 3 days, you can also get the Do Dipil refined by the Pill Valley Master. The old man above the tall building also said lazily. Do Dipil. The people on the square were also crazy about it. This Do Dipil is incredible. Legend has said that a certain great master has gone through countless hardships and failed countless times to study this prescription. Do Dipil, the most significant effect is that it can improve the strength of the user, although each person can only take one pill in their lifetime, if they take one pill again after taking one, the body will develop resistance. And there will be no significant results. But even so, it can't limit the power of this Emperor Do pill, and the improvement is a whole level. In addition to today's rookie king Xiaoyan, who instantly defeated the 4-star Dodi in initial stage with his strength of 3-star Dodi's peak, they all knew that if this newcomer king was too perverted, if he was the same as them, it would seem like the difference in grades is actually outrageous. The first level is only poor. If it is not for someone with extraordinary talent, this seemingly small first level will at least take decades to break through. From this, it can be seen how difficult it is to improve the strength of Dodi. Is it actually a Dodi pill? This is a second-grade pill of the Emperor's rank, so I can't make it right now. Not to mention that I don't have the prescription for this Dodi pill. Xiaoyan also laughed at himself. However, Xiaoyan was not discouraged. After all, the improvement of the alchemist is inextricably linked with the soul power, and his soul power has been improved several times before, reaching the saturation level, and it will not be improved again in a short period of time. With the discussion that exploded in an instant on the square, the attraction of this Dodi pill was naturally enough to cause a commotion. And the first place in this trial, no matter which sect joins, can go to soak in the royal pond of the Xuanling royal family. The old man also looked at the newcomers with a smile. It is said that the reason why the Xuanling royal family can hold the sky with only one hand in this Xuan 3 days is because of the imperial pool, which is strange to say, but after all, it is under the protection of the Xuanling royal family, so I know it is also too rare. But one thing is certain, this Emperor Pond has some wonderful effects, and it is said that it seems to be able to improve the cultivation speed of cultivators. It's not known whether it's true or not. Mu Feng also said, "Is it the Imperial Pond? I really miss it. The first meeting with Yin Yu was in this Imperial Pool. I don't know where he will fall asleep this time." Xiaoyan's own Master Golden Dragon King's voice also slowly appeared in Xiaoyan's mind. Xiaoyan was also shocked by this. His Master Golden Dragon King had rarely communicated with him since he came to the outskirts of Xuan 3 days. After all, in this place where the crouching tiger and hidden dragon are found, then Xiaoyan still understands the truth that every man is innocent and guilty. Yen Yu. Xiaoyan's eyes also became hot. There is no doubt that this must be the name of that holy flame. This first must be obtained. It doesn't matter who is blocking the way. Xiaoyan also secretly made up. Chapter 182, Explore the Mysterious Cold Pool. Okay, if that's the case, then go back. 3 days later, we will gather in the square. The points trial will also officially start. The old man disappeared after he finished speaking. Everyone on the square also listened to the old man's remaining words with fiery hearts, and then each went to their own residence. 3 days, after 3 days is the time for the qualifying competition to start. Let's go, there's nothing left to remember here. He Wangxia also said something, and then regardless of others, she got up and disappeared from the square. In that case, let's go too. Song Cheng also said, and several people next to him nodded one after another. The people around him who retreated one after another were forming teams one after another, and Mu Feng was also quite enthusiastic. Xiaoyan, what the elder said about a team of 3, why not just use a team of 3 of us? The top 3 form a team, that's quite shocking. Mu Feng said and laughed. Yuuru heard that she was about to say something just now, and then she felt relieved when she saw Xiaoyan's appearance. Okay. Xiaoyan also said with a smile, this Mu Feng can be ranked in the top 3, naturally he has his outstanding points, and the infernal corpse forest they went to this time, there will definitely be no shortage of monsters. This Mu Feng, the technique of yin and yang gossip mastered, is extremely powerful. Okay, then it's settled. But let me tell you, in terms of strength, I'm only at the initial stage of the 4-star Dodi, but when it comes to dealing with ghosts, no one would dare to rank second if I rank first. Mu Feng also laughed loudly. Has a lot of confidence down there. The Dodi continent is very large, and the Dodi continent is divided into 4 continents, so there are many strange cultivation methods on the continent, but without exception, Doqi is the only keynote of Dodi continent. As for me, the things of cultivation are also left to the side, but it can't be said that there are some things that have miraculous effects. It seemed that Xiaoyan's brows were wrinkled, as if he was thinking, so he hurriedly said, "Ha ha ha." Xiaoyan also laughed at this. He was just thinking about the infernal corpse forest, and he didn't intend to target Mu Feng. Obviously, Mu Feng had misunderstood. "Let's go, go. Back first, 3 days will soon pass," Xiaoyan also said. Hearing this, the three of them walked towards their residence while talking and laughing. In the Red Mountain, a conspiracy is slowly fermenting. In a quiet room, Hong Yi is sitting there, drinking tea. "Report, Sect Master." A voice came from outside the room. "Come in," Hong Yi also said lightly. The wooden door of the house was gently pushed open, and a figure covered in a black cloak also appeared. "Report to the Sect Master. They held the announcement of the test trials as scheduled, and it will start in 3 days. The figure in the black cloak bowed respectfully. "Oh, they didn't cancel this trial. What are these people thinking? I see, let's step back," Hong Yi also said. "Hundreds of people went missing in this trial, which is enough to cause a commotion. It stands to reason that this trial should be cancelled and cannot continue. How could Wu Zhang come out like this? Could it be?" After saying that, Hong Yi's lazy eyes also became clear, and then he left the wooden house, not knowing where to go. In a dark passage, 2 figures are moving slowly. "Where is this?" Hu Du also said softly. This should be the place where the newcomers disappeared, but why do I feel a little weird?" Wu Zhang also said slowly. "Be careful." Hu Du drank, then grabbed his palm viciously towards Wu Jiang's back. A black figure turned into a gas under Hu Du's claws and evaporated instantly. Wu Zhang also felt that something was wrong when Hu Du was drinking loudly, and then out of trust in Hu Du, he didn't do anything. Why are the ghosts here different from the previous ones? The two of them gave a false alarm, and then Wu Zhang also said. Since Wu Zhang found this passage through the secret technique, when the two of them came to this passage, they felt the ghostly aura that was everywhere. With the experience of Wu Zhang and Hu Du, they had naturally dealt with ghosts, so they were familiar with ghost some ability. The breath is gloomy and eerie, and it exudes a ghostly aura. However, although most of the ghosts in this passage are of mediocre strength, because of the strength of the two of them, if you don't notice them carefully, you won't be able to find them. What are these ghosts doing? Wu Zhang also muttered to himself. Go. The two of them also walked slowly, extremely cautiously toward the center of the passage. This passage extends in all directions, and if you are not careful, you will get lost in it. But fortunately, with Wu Jiang's guidance, the two also encountered some powerful ghosts along the way, but under the strength of Wu Zhang and Hu Du, it is also easily solved. With the deepening of the two, they also smoothly came to the center of the passage. A stone room also appeared in front of the two of them. The two of them hid their breath, and when they passed through the stone room gently, a cold pond suddenly appeared in front of the two of them. Taking a closer look, there are two strange auras next to the cold pool. They are the ghost of the secluded spring. One of the ghost spirits was constantly absorbing the black energy in the cold pond, and their strength was also much stronger than what Xiaoyan and Mu Feng encountered. Damn it, it's actually a ghost. Hu Du also scolded softly. He knew very well that ghosts are quite difficult to deal with. Hush hush hush. Wu Zhang is also comparing his fingers. After all, Wu Zhang is a 6-star Do level powerhouse, so naturally he will not be afraid of these two ghosts, but Wu Zhang felt a strong breath from the cold pool. Hey, Yu Quan, I said earlier that adults will not treat you badly? These improvements in strength are a little reward from your lord for sacrificing 96 human beings. Chi Mei also smiled. Humph. Yu Quan also snorted coldly. No matter what the ghostly spirit said, what he was thinking about now was whether the 4 who escaped would be a bad thing. Moreover, it takes 100 humans to break the seal. With the sacrifice of 96 humans, it should still be difficult for the lord in the pool to break the seal. Damn beast. Wu Zhang and Hu Du looked at each other. From the moment they entered the stone room, they noticed something was wrong. There was some faint human aura in the stone room, but the stronger aura was in the cold pond. In the cold pond, the blood red is as scarlet as human blood, and traces of black gas continuously poured out of the cold pond, and then all entered the belly of the ghost in the secluded spring. The two of them could feel the breath of the ghost in the secluded spring is slowly soaring. Damn these beasts, that's so many lives. Hu Du also said in pain. I didn't expect things to develop to Such a serious level. This matter needs to be discussed in the long run. Let's go. Wuzhong also pulled up Hudu and ran. Since you're here, just stay. A 6-star Dode and a 5-star Dode. A strange voice in the cold pond also sounded in the Chapter 183, The Point Grab Race begins. What are you doing? Hong Yi also appeared in the cold pool, and she saw Hudu and Wuzhong who were unconscious. She is very aware of Wu Jiang's strength. If she is fighting alone, she is definitely not his opponent. After all, it is said that Wuzhong is an outstanding disciple in the Fengxiang Pavilion. I was also shocked. They already know about it, so as long as the trials start, everything will be in vain. You know how to do it, right? Yuquan also said. Yuquan also did not expect that this 6-star Dode powerhouse would be so weak. The adult in the pool simply shot a few times, just grabbed him and looked at it. It is not so difficult to deal with this human being. Yeah. Although Hong Yi is a woman, she is not a soft-hearted person, so she agreed, and she has a plan in her heart. Although she is a little afraid of these ghost world creatures, she has no choice but to cooperate with herself. Besides, Hong Yi doesn't matter so much, what kind of life or innocent life, as long as he can save his lover, then what is all this? Hong Yi had a plan in her heart, and then quickly left Hanqi and headed for the place where Wuzhong lived. Wuzhong and Hudu, who were in a coma, suddenly raised their brows, as if they were sending messages to each other, and then passed out again. 3 days passed quickly. On this day, as usual, thousands of people gathered in the square early, and they were all eager to try. In a room closest to the square. What? Can't find Wujiang. The old man who announced the trials and tests on the high-rise building angrily said. The old man's name is Mujing, and like Wuzhong, he is also a 6-star Dode. Wuzhong is the general manager, and he is more of a supervisor. Elder Mu, I really searched all over and couldn't find the person in charge of Wuzhong. Shen Yu couldn't tell, how could such a good person suddenly not be able to find Wuzhong? This Wuzhong is solely responsible for their stronghold. If Wujiang can't be found now, then this points trial can't be opened rashly. After all, so many people have disappeared before, and now even this Wujiang is missing, so the problem is too big. In that case, it seems that this trial can only be postponed. The old man also said. Dong dong dong. There was a knock on the door, and Shen Yu also opened the door slowly and depressed. President Wu. Shen Yu also said in surprise. What's wrong? Isn't today the start of the trials? Wuzhong also asked. Where have you been? Kaiyuai also asked. I went out to investigate the disappearance, but there was still no result. Wuzhong also said. Forget it, this matter can't be rushed. Let's take these newcomers to the selection place first. After Mujing finished speaking, he walked out, and Wuzhong followed closely. There was a lively scene on the square. All 3 people got together in a team. The appearance of Mujing and Wujiang made the already hot square lively. Xiaoyan also shrank his pupils tightly. For some reason, Wujiang's aura seemed a little weird. Okay, everyone be quiet. Now I will lead you to the place where the trials are held. The Infernal Corpse Forest. After the old man Qi said, he waved his hands, and a huge passage appeared on the square. Space teleportation array? Anyone with a discerning eye can recognize this huge handwriting at a glance. This is a long-distance teleportation array, and its price is extremely expensive. Except for the super sects such as Suan 3 days, there are no 7 major cities around. The 5th level talent rookies will go first, the 4th level talent will follow, and the cycle will be repeated. Kaiyuai also said. Let's go. When Xiaoyan heard this, he also said to the people in his team. Go. Yuru and Mu Feng also said softly. Since this is the case, we can't fall. He Wangxia and the other 6 also appeared, and then went to the space teleportation array. As soon as the 9 5th grade talented newcomers entered the teleportation formation, Mujing's Dochi appeared, and then a white light burst under the feet of the 9 people. In just a short moment, the scene in front of the people changes rapidly. Is this the 5th class talented newcomer from Hongshan? It also looks pretty good. A middle-aged man also smiled, and then walked towards the 9 people. Who is your excellency? The few people around looked at each other. Xiaoyan was also the first to speak. Don't worry, I am the one in charge of your infernal corpse trials this time. My name is Qinyu. The middle-aged man also laughed. I've troubled senior brother. Several people also hurriedly said, after all, at this age, one can only be called senior brother. Let's go, I'll take you to the entrance of the infernal corpse forest, just in front. Kinyu also said. Then there is senior brother Lao. Several people also said. After walking for a while, Kinyu opened his mouth and said, in front of you is the infernal corpse forest. Everyone, let's go in. The yin-yang demon ceiling formation is set up around the forest, so you can't enter by force. You must enter from the entrance of the infernal corpse forest. After speaking, he slowly descended, and came to the entrance of the yin corpse forest gently, and then lightly tapped his palm, and suddenly the door of light with a white light lit up in front of the 9 people. Xiaoyan and Mu Feng also fell by Kinyu's side, quietly looking at the infernal corpse forest. Just came over from the teleportation formation, and in just a few breaths, they came to the reception of the infernal corpse forest from above the Red Mountain Square. And the two of them found that even if they haven't entered the infernal corpse forest yet, the gloomy wind and strange aura are extraordinarily dignified. Zhu Zuqing, who was beside him, also frowned slightly. It was obviously the first time he had come to such a place, and he couldn't help but feel a little scared. Wangxia has a fiery face, which is obviously in line with her warlike character. As for the other 4 people, to varying degrees, there is no fear at all. You don't have to worry, this infernal corpse forest is scary, but the token in your hands can save you in times of crisis, you just need to crush it in times of crisis. Kinyu also spoke slowly. Now, after you go in, there are 2 paths in the first floor of the infernal corpse forest, one on the left and one on the right. You 3 teams can choose as you like, and when you get out not far, there will be problems again, and then you will choose your own. 1. Go on. As for what you will encounter or do to increase your own points, it depends on your respective luck and strength. And this time, all the bases of the infernal core were selected together, and there are as many as tens of thousands. But one thing I can tell you is that there are 3 floors in total, and each floor has some powerful beings, and there are different monsters and ghosts in each floor. In a month's time, the points in your hand will determine your final ranking. And the most important point, you have to remember that if you encounter the most powerful existence here, Silver Moon Sirius, then don't hesitate to crush the token directly, otherwise you may not even have a chance to live. Kinyu said solemnly. But you don't have to worry too much. This Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf lives in the depths of the 3rd floor. As long as you don't go to the 3rd floor, you will hardly encounter it. Kinyu also said slowly. The point-grabbing competition, let's start. Xiaoyan also murmured, and the 3 of them walked straight into the entrance of the White Corpse. Chapter 184, Infernal Corpse. Xiaoyan's small team of 3 had just entered the entrance of the Infernal Corpse forest. The dark passage seemed to be connected to the interior of the Infernal Corpse forest. The cold and eerie aura coming from the passage filled the air, but with Xiaoyan the strength of the 3, this breath is also harmless. Then Xiaoyan carefully looked at the passage of the infernal corpse forest. This passage was very strange. The stones protruding from all around were like the mouths of a hungry wolf. The towering boulders on both sides of the passage are like those ferocious fangs, which seem to be eating people, which is very terrifying. At the same time, Xiaoyan also noticed that at the forest entrance they had just entered, a strange formation was set up by a certain powerful existence. It was very mysterious and implied both yin and yang. It will be melted. It seems that this formation is extremely dangerous, and ordinary people can't get in, only through this entrance. However, Xiaoyan was also secretly amazed. This powerful existence who arranged the strange formation should also be a Do formation master. Just relying on this slight sense, Xiaoyan knows that this great master can at least condense tens of thousands of core inscriptions. They couldn't help but be amazed, and then the 3 of them also proceeded along the passage, and soon reached a fork. Xiaoyan took a closer look. This side can be regarded as the inside of the infernal corpse forest. There are 4 forks in front of him. Among them, the second one on the left has an obvious footprint on the ground. Obviously, someone else entered before Xiaoyan and the others. Yuero also found the footprints and pondered. This infernal corpse forest is not only the people from their stronghold in Hongshan, but all the people from the stronghold are gathered here, so it is not surprising that some people come first. This footprint should have been deliberately left by someone, so as to tell the people who follow that it is the one he took. Xiaoyan paused quietly and chose the one on the far right. He wanted to stay away from the person who left the footprints. 1 point. After all, it is not Xiaoyan's style to be dead at the beginning. Mu Feng and Yuero also followed Xiaoyan's pace. The three walked forward for a while, and their vision gradually broadened. Impressively, the original face of the Yin Corpse forest was revealed. The gloomy wind was blowing, and there was no sunlight all day long, and there was only a gray brightness. Everyone stood up unconsciously, but also moved forward slowly. Just after leaving the passage of the Infernal Corpse Forest and entering the first floor of the Infernal Corpse Forest, the three of them appeared in a forest. The forest was not big, and there was a small path in the middle. Then the three of them saw that the flowers and plants on both sides of the path in the forest were lush and beautiful. I can't see it at all. This is what was left after the battle between Suan 3 days and the Ghost World. Xiaoyan said to himself, perhaps this Infernal Corpse Forest is also a treasured place with beautiful mountains, spirits, and rivers. Otherwise, why would there be monsters and ghosts gathering together? Yuero also relaxed when she saw these beautiful flowers. After all, there is no girl who doesn't love beauty or flowers. Mu Feng also looked at the beautiful flowers around and said, I sensed that there is a strong aura around here, and I don't know where it is sacred, so we should be careful. Our current position should be on the periphery of the first floor of the Infernal Core. It stands to reason that we will not encounter particularly powerful existences. Yeah. Xiaoyan and Yuero replied softly when they heard the words. The three slowly headed, and within a quarter of an hour, the forest was actually brought to an end by them. A cave appeared in front of the three of them. Looking at the cave in front, Xiaoyan's first impression was that there was a ghost in the sky and it was very evil. The hole is very deep, but in Xiaoyan's mind, the scene in the hole has clearly appeared. It's a pity that it was only the first section, and when it came to the latter section, the ghost energy was too heavy, blocking Xiaoyan's perception, and seemed to be interfering with Xiaoyan's perception of soul power. Since the soul power has been upgraded to the Emperor realm, Xiaoyan has also discovered that in addition to performing soul attacks, this soul power can also use it to probe some mysterious places. Do you want to go in? Yuero also said with a bit of her lips. She also felt some breath from the hole, so she said solemnly. After all, Yuero was not the same as Xiaoyan. She experienced life and death battles outside all year round, and she couldn't help but feel a little timid in the face of such unknown things. Don't worry. Xiaoyan also gently patted Yuero's back. Yeah, only then did Yuero feel relieved, and she didn't know when. As long as Xiaoyan was by her side, nothing seemed impossible. Mu Feng is also quite helpless about this. The relationship between the two is really. Then Mu Feng also didn't want to make a light bulb outside the cave, so he got up and walked slowly into the cave. He was surprised to find that there were some strange things in the cave. Seeing this, Xiaoyan and Yuero followed him. After all, they were a team. As soon as they entered the cave, the dim light became even weaker, but fortunately, Xiaoyan summoned a heavenly fire to illuminate, and several people were also slowly advancing. Xiaoyan carefully checked the surroundings of the cave. Mu Feng played the forward, Yuero was in the middle, and Xiaoyan himself was in charge of the break. The three slowly walked into the cave. At this time, Xiaoyan's huge soul power was carefully probing the depths of the cave. That was very strong ghost energy. Xiaoyan released a huge amount of soul power to explore the depths of the cave, and found that there seemed to be nothing else in the cave, except that there seemed to be creatures in the depths, but it felt too vague. Wait a minute. Mu Feng in front also said. Huh? What's wrong? Xiaoyan also said. There was a heavenly fire lighting, but he didn't see anything abnormal. Look at what that is. Mu Feng also pointed lightly with his finger. The two looked in the direction Mu Feng pointed, and found a wisp of flames hanging in the air. The flames are blue, burning slowly in midair. Huh. The first thing Xiaoyan saw when he saw the flame was that the flame had no trace of temperature at all, as if it was just a decoration. Just when Xiaoyan was depressed, the flame suddenly increased its speed and rushed towards them. Not good, be careful. Xiaoyan was also quick-witted, pulling Yuero with one hand, and then his doqi formed a light shield protective film in front of his body. On the other side, in the stone room, at the cold pool. Let's go first. This time we will wipe out these human beings. It's a shame. There was also a voice in the cold pool. What about these two? Xiaoyan also said. I will also swallow these two. After swallowing, my strength should be able to recover a lot. However, if you want to recover all your strength, you still need the other half in the yin corpse forest. After all, we are twins. The gloomy aura in the cold pool also appeared. All the subordinates here have left, so let's go to the infernal corpse forest to plan first, and wait until the elder devour these two and come here. When the time comes, we will wipe out these people. Chi Mei also laughed. Well, there was also a voice in the cold pool. Let's go. After saying that, Xiaoyan and Chi Mei also turned into a puff of black smoke and left. The entire stone room also returned to calm. The bubbles in the cold pond continued to rise, but a gloomy voice in the cold pond also echoed in the stone chamber. The human powerhouses of the 5-star Dode and the 6-star Dode are really delicious. After speaking, he is calming down. As long as the blood red in the pool subsides, it will be the time to devour the two of them. At this time, in front of Han Qi, Hudu, and Wu Zhang also had a strange smile on their mouths and then disappeared in a Chapter 185, Wu Jiang's strategy, hit the Ghost Emperor. The ghost fire in midair seemed to know how to bully the soft and fear the hard, and then attacked Yuoro. However, just when the ghost fire was about to attack Yuoro suddenly became strangely sluggish, and then Xiaoyan pulled Yuoro to the back with one hand, and then slapped the ghost fire heavily with the other hand. Bang bang! Bang! The ghost fire was instantly disintegrated under Xiaoyan's attack. Are you okay? Xiaoyan also asked with a frown. I'm alright, it's just that this ghost fire seems very strange, it specifically attacks my soul. Yuoro also said thoughtfully. Xiaoyan also nodded, because when Xiaoyan attacked the ghost fire just now, he also discovered that the ghost fire contains an unknown power. But one thing is certain, this unknown power is designed to attack and destroy people's soul. Be careful. Xiaoyan also said solemnly. Mu Feng, you are well informed, what do you think this thing is? Xiaoyan also turned his head and asked. This ghost fire should only appear in the graveyard, because the rotting corpse will emit some strange things, and when the gas is not circulating, this kind of ghost fire will be created. However, most of the ghost fires are just some unowned and unconscious things, and they don't attack people, which is a bit strange. Mu Feng also said solemnly. It may be that something in this cave is controlling this ghost fire. Mu Feng also said, since Mu Feng has been dealing with monsters and ghosts all year round, it is naturally not difficult to guess. Hearing that, the three of them were also extra careful, and then headed towards the depths of the cave. Xiaoyan's huge soul power shrouded the cave to prevent danger from happening. Xiaoyan's face showed a hint of surprise, because his scattered soul power detected different information. There seemed to be a powerful creature hidden in the depths of the cave. Unfortunately, the creature's body was composed of ghost energy, which blocked Xiaoyan. Therefore, Xiaoyan only understood this. In the past, with his excellent soul power, he was able to perceive many things that were difficult for ordinary people to perceive, but now this is something that Xiaoyan has never encountered before. The three slowly advanced, and soon came to the central part of the cave, where ghost energy is very strong. Obviously there are powerful ghosts hiding here to cultivate. The arrival of Xiaoyan and the three of them immediately caused chaos in the cave. They saw countless black gases changing into various shapes in the middle of the cave that seems very strange. At the same time, countless black shi rushed towards Xiaoyan and the three of them, as if they wanted to devour them. Xiaoyan looked at the black gas around him with a hint of surprise in his eyes. At this moment, a strong and domineering aura suddenly erupted from his whole body, and then his whole body was wrapped in flames, like a ball of fire descending to the earth, and instantly forced those black gases to keep dodging and condensing together. A silent yin wind and ghost chi resounded from the cave in an instant, looking very terrifying. There was a hint of doubt at the corner of Xiaoyan's mouth, and the flames on his body instantly burst into brilliance, illuminating the surroundings of the cave. The black gas in midair suddenly had nowhere to hide, all of which were revealed. At this moment, a black figure suddenly rushed behind Xiaoyan. The terrifying black figure seemed to want to tear him apart and swallow him. At the same moment, 9 different black shadows flashed from 9 directions, with different auras, all of them fiercely rushed towards Xiaoyan. Be careful, Xiaoyan said, and then the huge flames attacked in 9 directions at the same time. The violent energy in the heavenly fire is the most destructive and strong, and it also has a great suppression against this ghost. The 9 shadows were also defeated by Xiaoyan's attack, and then they converged into one and fled to the depths of the cave. Don't chase, Xiaoyan also said. All of this happened in the blink of an eye, and Mu Feng also had a new understanding of Xiaoyan. In the cold pond, the blood-red water gradually became clear. It's about time. A gloomy voice came from the pool, and 2 black beams of light shot out from the cold pool. The black beam of light directly wrapped Hudu and Wuzhong towards the cold pool. As soon as the black beam of light touched the 2 of them, it disappeared strangely. Haha, I wonder who is so bold. It turns out to be the twin ghost emperor. A provocative voice also slowly echoed in the stone room. Who is it? There was also an exclamation from inside the cold pool. Who else could it be? Isn't it the 2 of us you want to devour? After speaking, it was revealed that it was Hudu and Wuzhong. Since you know my name, then let's get hold of it soon. There was also a cold snort from Han Chi. Hehe, if it were normal, I would be no match for you, but now you have just broken through the seal, and you are only one body, so I will not be afraid of you. Wuzhong also snorted coldly. Why are you talking so much nonsense? Just kill him to avenge the newcomer who died like this. Hudu also said angrily. Damn it. How can you not be affected by ecstasy? There was also a doubt in the cold pool. It's not the first day I've dealt with your ghosts. If we don't realize this earlier, then we might. After Wuzhong finished speaking, his strength was stimulated to the extreme. What's the matter? Want to run? Isn't it possible to restore power after absorbing so much blood? Wuzhong also said, and then formed a front and back attack with Hudu, and walked towards Hanji. Ha ha ha. A 5-star Dode and a 6-star Dode just want to kill this emperor. It's just a fool's dream. There was also a roar from the cold pool. Hudu and Wujiang's terrifying strength inspired erupted, and then walked towards Hanshi step by step. They are very clear that the true strength of this twin ghost emperor is comparable to that of the human 7-star Dode. At the beginning, the seal was also abolished. Now it has just broken the seal, and half of it is sealed in infernal corpse forest, so the 2 of them are quite confident in dealing with this twin ghost emperor. Burning Heaven Palm. Burning Silent Finger. Hudu and Wuzhong also knew that this twin ghost emperor was weak at this time, so every shot was a full blow. A palm print and a fingerprint containing terrifying power went towards Hanji. The 2 terrifying energies also brought a monstrous atmosphere in the stone room. Damn it! Ghost explosion. The twin ghost emperor in the cold pool also shouted loudly. At this time, he also knew that he had just broken through the pond seal, and his body was too weak. At this time, if he was dealing with the strength of a 5-star Dode and a 6-star Dode, then his fate is also extremely bleak. So that twin ghost emperor didn't hesitate, instantly detonated the ghost chi in his body, and then corresponded with the ghost chi in Hanchi and this passage, and the terrifying explosion sounded in this passage. Damn it! Let's go! Wuzhong also snorted coldly, and then fled here with Hudu Burning Heaven Palm. Burning Silent Finger. The 2 terrifying Do skills brought the monstrous weather and the ghost emperor's self-destruction viciously collided together. Even if Hudu and Wuzhong tried to kill the ghost emperor again, it would be fruitless. After all, the ancestors didn't kill it and could only seal it, so they had no choice but to do it and escaped from here. Boom boom boom. The terrifying energy overflowed in this passage, and the cold pool was beyond recognition, and the stone chamber no longer existed. After the terrifying explosion, all that was left was a mess. Cough, cough, cough. Damn it. Next time, I'll let you all come back and forth. The twin ghost emperors also said weakly. At this time, you can already see the true face of the twin ghost emperors. It has the same face as a human, but strangely, the whole body seems to be perfectly divided from the middle, and only the left side of the body has a face, a hand, and a foot, while the right side of the whole body is like nothing like.
Hi. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get updated on my latest video. Thank you for watching.